Hey everyone, thanks for joining me today and coming to my channel. This video is kind of just an introduction and overall hi, this is me, all about Maria Pellegrino and kind of why I created this channel. So a little bit about me first and then I'll talk about the why. I would say this year I graduated with my master's in science, of school psychology. I don't know how to say it. Master's of Science, school psychology. And that's kind of how it's put into a category. So, school psychology wasn't always my end goal. Actually, first, when I went to undergrad at Mount St. Mary College up in Newburgh, New York, I'm from Queens, by the way. I'm from Queens, New York, but now I'm living in anyway, TMI. I've always been a New York girl, but when I was an undergrad, I was really focused on getting my credits for physical therapy, So, I ran track and cross country in high school, and something about just being active and the human body. I've always been interested in learning about people, the human body or mind. So I've always liked understanding people and working with people and also being active. And so for some reason I was on the physical therapy side of things because I kind of saw myself doing that. Not that I really was passionate about it, because I wasn't, but I was like, I could do this. And so for a couple of years of undergrad, I took classes, getting a bachelor's in psychology because that was what the undergrad was, but then wanting to pursue graduate school physical therapy. Did I think I would actually get into a school for physical therapy? No. The grades did not show it except for psychology. So by senior year, I decided to just pursue psychology and make sure I was still on track for everything, right? But I just didn't have the classes passing grade for several of the sciences. So I was like, you know what? Psychology it is. But now what? So I worked at DDI for 8 months or so, working with individuals with disabilities and needs, all different types of developmental disabilities. And I felt I really enjoyed my time as a direct support provider, but at the same time, I was like, this doesn't really feel like this is enough. I got a bachelor's degree. I really want to use it in psychology, but I also want to do something more secular, more specific specialty or whatever. So I wanted to do occupational therapy. Did I have a clue what occupational therapy was? No. Is it similar to physical therapy? Yes, but it's also different. So I was like, I don't know. So I still wanted to look at schools for occupational therapy, but I still really wasn't passionate. OT, PT, all that stuff are kind of in the same umbrella. But then I had a conversation with my uncle, and this is right when I left DDI. He was like, you know what? Did you ever look into school psychology? Now, my uncle has a couple of relatives that are school psychologists in the city, in Astoria and Bronx. And I was like, you know what? Let me look into it a little bit. I applied to Mercy College, and lo and behold, not knowing what it was really 100%, I got accepted. I had the whole interview process and everything, got accepted. 3 years later, have a degree. And in the meantime of those 3 years, I was a babysitter. I was a behavior therapist or behavioral technician. There's several names for it. Behavior therapist, behavior technician. And I kind of was with so many different companies. I lived at school for a little bit. I came back home. COVID time, it was all kind of chaos. But I got a little taste for working with kids with ASD or autism spectrum disorder, working with kids with anxiety, depression, ADHD, ADD. And so I fell in love with it. I fell in love with behavior therapy. I could see myself in the school setting, and it just really worked out. And so I recently got a job at AHRC. I'm not going to say where or whatever. You can look it up. But anyway, I worked there, and I'm loving every minute of it. I love the atmosphere. I love working with the students directly. I love working with the staff, and I love kind of the whole atmosphere. It's a lot more my kind of speed and my kind of style, and I'm very grateful for the experience. And I'm very grateful that, like, kind of right after graduation I got the job and everything, and I settled in over the summer, and now I have some weeks off, so I'm going to put a lot more content out there because I always wanted to be on YouTube. I always wanted to make content and connect with people outside of like a direct environment. So like this always was kind of like in the back of my mind. Like I even have other hobbies and interests like poetry, running. I ran a half marathon recently. Was I prepared for that? No. But we'll get to that more shortly. I also like art. I like music. I like to sing for fun. And I just like spending time outdoors, and I like spending time with my dogs and my family and a few close pals. But I really, I really feel like, and I have really strong beliefs of like faith and not so much religious, but more so spiritual. And so I have a lot of different things that I do to keep with my spirituality and stay on a very positive track. I could be a little bit more healthier on a healthier track physically or physiologically speaking, but mentally, there's a lot of great things that psychology has taught me, and I want to make videos about the things that I've learned and accumulated throughout the years, both through my school or academic experience, but also life and also resources that I've come across over the years. So that's kind of what this channel is going to be about. It's going to be like a place to find resources, to learn more about specific things within the psych field, or what I call the psychverse. And I don't know, I feel like it's always good to have like a really cool channel and person that you can kind of like connect and learn from. Not saying I have all the answers, but I do like to have a place where I can be helpful or of use, and also like where I can learn from other people. And I always felt like YouTube was a great place to kind of connect with society and also let me kind of do the things I like to do, like put myself out there and watch videos, make videos and stuff like that. So that's kind of what Psyched About Psych is. I might make it psychiverse, whatever the hell I just said. I really like that word, so I might change my channel to that. But this is my parents' house, by the way. It's very peaceful in here. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And stay tuned for my videos. I really appreciate all the viewers, the love and the support that I'm getting, and soon to be getting, hopefully, fingers crossed, all goes well with my content and just keep up with my positive attitude. And yeah, stay tuned for more videos. Like, share, subscribe, and stay tuned.